My hair started falling out in clumps 2 days ago. I haven't combed my hair since, oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't combed my hair since I cut my locks off and combing it out today to see how much hair is actually loose. Yeah, you can see. Oh, oh man, see? A lot of hair on that side is. It was already falling out in clumps downstairs. It was a piece, yep, just like this in the back, and there's already a bald spot right on the top, in the center of my head. So, oh, yeah, they're just pieces that are just completely ready to go. All of this hair. Yeah. It was hurtful earlier when I seen some of those really big chunks. As I've said before, I've made peace with this process, but it's still really hurtful. Look at this. This is hurtful, just to witness. Um, it's temporary, and I know that. But all that just from combing. Is hurtful. Just to go through this experience, it still has its own level of being traumatizing, even though I made peace with it. And I actually call all my strands of hair when I see them off of my head. I call them pieces of peace, which has really helped me a lot to align with peace and to be at peace with this process. But even with that, this is still traumatizing. It's still a hurtful thing. It just is. It's not even like from it. Ooh, look, just rubbed it and this came off. It's not like a vain experience or anything like that. I mean, being vain, like, oh, but it's just part of me. It's just, I'm losing a part of me, literally. And so this is really rough. Really, really rough to experience right now. Wow. It's still coming out like I'm using like the pick part. I'm gonna move on to this part and see what happens with it. Yep, still hair coming out. All of this. It's surreal to to know that this is my life. It's just crazy, I one thing about me is I do laugh when I'm nervous, which used to drive my mother crazy, because I would be getting in trouble about something, and while she would be talking, I would be like giggling, and it was really just nervousness, but it definitely would, could easily be viewed as being disrespectful or mocking. Um, and so there's giggles like right now, like I'm saying I can't believe this, and a little bit of a giggle accompanied with that, but it's It's not comedy to me. It's crazy, and that's just how I respond to like something unbelievable. It's a little giggle or my nervous laughter. I guess that's not quite ready to come out yet. Long strand. I actually wanted to get my hair shaved off this weekend. It didn't turn out that way. But at this rate, I may not even need to get it shaved off because it may not be much left in just a few days. I have my second round of chemo in the morning. I just took my steroids. I have to take steroids the night before chemotherapy and then also 2 hours before chemotherapy. And last time the steroids had me wide awake for hours after. It's kind of crazy and messed up. You got to take it the night before chemo. The steroids make you stay up for hours, and then you gotta wake up early to go to chemo. So it's like you don't even. Well, last time I didn't get a good night's sleep. I really hope I get sleepy soon, but I kind of feel like already I'm feeling more awake now than I did even 10 minutes ago. So we'll see. I might be binge watching something for the next several hours. But I really hope I get to sleep because I gotta wake up early. So yeah, I took my steroids tonight. Chemo is tomorrow. Last time they gave me Benadryl, that made me really sleepy and like I had this really nice like rest. And it almost didn't feel like a sleep. It felt like a rest, which somebody had said to me before. I was like, kind of found that odd. But now I understand because it wasn't really like a real sleep. But it was a rest and it was a nice one. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow after chemo. Oh boy, this is rough to experience. It is temporary though, and so I keep reminding myself of that. But it doesn't lessen what I feel right now. Even though I know it's rough, but just to see myself like this, patches, it's tough. But I do hold a vision of having a head full of hair. I kind of imagine when I get my locks again and let them grow out. And I may not cut them this time. Like usually I'll cut my locks yearly. Often, many years I have. I actually haven't probably really cut them in the past 2 or 3 years. Too much, maybe layered, but that's it. But like I may just leave them alone for 10 years and they'll be really long, like the wig that I had on in the last video. And so I kind of hold a vision of things like that. This is crazy. It's just, it's hard to believe that this is my life. It's just, I don't have a lot of experience with cancer beyond, honestly, like what I've seen on TV. And so, like, to see that I am going through this, something that I've only seen on TV. It's like I was disconnected from it, detached in many ways. Always, of course, sympathetic, but like I couldn't empathize, and now I can, and it's just surreal. It's just crazy. Like almost feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I kind of feel like my head is a little bit tender. Like, yeah, feel sensitive to to the touch. Um, I, my understanding, which I haven't done a whole lot of research on, but the reason, like the chemo, as it's you know destroying cells in the body, I guess it's destroying. I think I read something like it destroys the cells that hold the hair follicles in place, and so they can't hold them, and that's why they fall out. Something like that. Do not quote me at all. Google, but I think that was the what I read. Please feel free to leave comments if you have a deeper understanding about it. Um, but from that understanding, it made sense to me. Again, this is not a scientific fact. I'm just kind of just speaking on what I think I remember reading somewhere. I don't even know where. Hair is still coming out just as I just touch and rub. Yeah, like just doing that little bit of a rub that came out. I'm just wondering, like, could I literally rub all of my hair out? Like, if I just keep rubbing, is it just gonna all just keep coming out? Or will it stop tonight? Should I just stop touching it at this point? I don't know what to do. This is just all new territory here. I really feel like I can sit here for the it's crazy. This is still crazy to me, like to just touch my hair and just a whole clump of hair just come right off on my hand. It's an experience I've never had before. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Look at all of that. This is crazy. I guess I'll do the smaller tooth comb and see. Yep. Still coming out. Different directions. Oh my. It's crazy because even though I've been seeing my hair coming out of my head for the past 3 days now, man, it's really coming out. Like I've been seeing it for the past 3 days coming out of my head in clumps. Every single time shocks me to see it. So you hear me like, oh wow, man, I'm just still surprised. Like probably all the way through till the last bit of hair is off my head. This is crazy to me because I just never knew that this would be a part of my journey with it. I just never, ever, ever expected like that. The stuff that I saw on TV would actually be my experience. So this is just rough. It just it's tough because society, puts so much of an emphasis on hair and it being such a beautiful thing and that women should covet it and it just is a standard of beauty in its own right across many cultures. I can't say all because I'm just not familiar with every single culture, but many. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's barely anything left over here. Across many cultures that I've come across. And so to be going through this is still hurtful, even though I'm not a person who has defined myself by my hair. And I was actually just I had lunch with one of my childhood friends today, and she was like, I've always been someone who didn't cover my hair. Like, I would have short hairstyles and just do all kinds of things to my hair just to be I was willing to be creative with my hair. And so I didn't always like have to have long hair. Long hair didn't define me, but it's still hurtful to lose all my hair. It still hurts to be going through this experience even without covering. Like, there's still parts of me that, you know, I'm a part of this society in many cultures and subcultures. And so it still hurts to lose all my hair. Like, this is crazy. I don't even know. I know it's temporary. I just keep trying to remind myself that, but and I know for many people in the world, as a person, I said another video, or videos plural, that I've been diagnosed with alopecia, and so for some people, alopecia does get to this level, and it's not temporary. So I'm still trying to just be humble with it, and have an attitude of gratitude around it, even though, wow, look at what's left. Even though I do expect it to grow back, and I'm hopeful that it my alopecia is reversed, like whatever, like the chemo was doing to the cells that are holding the hair, whatever the process is that's happening, and when the process ends and these new cells regenerate, I'm hoping that in where I dealt with alopecia in the front, those cells will regenerate too. So I'm hopeful, but it's still, and I expect, to have a head full of hair like I did before. It's still sad. I feel crazy right now. Like, there's a voice in my head. You look crazy. You look crazy. You can't show this to people. Like, the voice saying that right now. Because there was definitely, an Ife that would never ever have been this transparent, this bold, this vulnerable to let myself be seen like this, like, ever, But this is the reality. This is what happens. And there's no need to be ashamed of having an illness and working towards healing. This is a symbol of the healing, because it's a symbol. This lets me know that the chemotherapy is working. So this is a symbol of the healing, because the chemotherapy is aiding in the healing process. It's like just not ending. And this is just, I don't know. I don't even know if am I going to sit here for the next whole hour just rubbing my head until I get sleepy. I don't know what I'm even gonna do, cause it's like it's not gonna end with the shedding. It's not stopping. I haven't gotten to a point where it's like, all right, it's stopped. It's every single time I rub my head, the hair is rubbing out. So I just keep shaking my head because it's just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm going through this. I'm not gonna say why me, because why not me? Like, why not? Seriously, why not me? Because I love people. So does everyone else. Why not me? Because I'm nice. I mean, many people are nice. So what, this should happen to people who aren't nice? I mean, they aren't. They be hurt, and hurt people hurt people. So hurt people deserve to like get more pain or sicknesses and illnesses. I can't say that. So why not me? But it's just unbelievable that I look like this every time there's a voice that's like, you look crazy. And that's because of that's looking from through the lens of what society says, what crazy looks like, what beautiful looks like, cute, all of that stuff. Like it's the voice of the collective consciousness that says, "Oh, you look crazy, girl, you look crazy." Like, that ain't cute. Those are the thoughts, the stimuli that we all receive. That's the information that's fed to all of us through society, through what we see on TV, media, whoever, the trendsetters are. Like, it's what's perpetuated. And so it embeds into our psyche. So those thoughts are there no matter, you know, how conscious I am, how aware I know what brainwashing does and all of that stuff. But I still inhale the same smog that everyone else does, by being a member of this society. And I don't even watch a lot of news and stuff. It doesn't matter. It's just part of society, and what's perpetuated by media. And so we all just inhale that smog. So even though I'm aware that there's smog, and I may not be as brainwashed as people who are unaware, but that smog still impacts me. And so there are parts of me that are saying, Ife, you look crazy. There are parts of me also that are aware and that are saying, Ife, this doesn't define you. This is not who you are as a person, and the contributions that you've made to the globe. This doesn't define it, but it's still hard.